Hi, this is Sarah Becktel, Artist Educator for Strathmore. In this video, we'll be discussing various types of graphite pencils and the benefits of each. I'll be working on Strathmore 400 series heavyweight drawing paper. This paper is 100-pound, acid-free, and cream-colored. It has a medium surface, which is the perfect amount of texture for working in graphite. For more information about this and other papers that work well with graphite, please refer to the video titled How to Choose Paper for Graphite. There are many different types of graphite pencil available, and every individual artist has their personal favorite. This is a traditional pencil composed of a thin core of graphite surrounded by wood. Depending on the brand, wood-case pencils can vary in thickness. This Faber-Castell 9000 has what I would consider a standard size barrel and core. The Caran d'Ache Graphwood has a slightly thicker graphite core and barrel, and the Faber-Castell 9000 Jumbo has a much thicker graphite core and barrel. The thicker the core, the more graphite you have to work with. So some artists use smaller core pencils for the line and detail work, and a thicker core pencil for large areas of shading. Some artists prefer to work with graphite leads in a mechanical holder. With a wood case pencil, only a very small portion of the graphite core is exposed, so every time the tip wears down, I need to stop drawing and sharpen my pencil. But when there is no wood casing around the graphite lead, I can work longer without needing to sharpen my graphite. When I do need to sharpen, I can use a lead pointer. This sharpener has an abrasive coating on the inside that shapes the tip of the lead back into a nice, sharp point. I can also use sandpaper, which gives me a lot of control over the shape of my graphite. Depending on the angle that I hold the lead, I can create a sharper point or a more rounded tip. When using a mechanical holder, I can also control how far the lead is extended. I tend to draw with a heavy hand, and keeping the lead extended out reminds me to work with a lighter touch. If I were to press too hard on this point, it would easily break. Lead holders can vary in weight and thickness. This is a Statler Mars Technico lead holder, which has a nice feel and is designed to hold 2mm lead. Leads are bought separately, usually in packs of 12. If I want the feel of a traditional pencil, but with the freedom of an extended lead, I can take a traditional wood case pencil and shave off the wood surrounding the lead, giving me a point more similar to a mechanical pencil. This takes some practice to master, but you can use any utility knife to carefully remove the wood. This is a good option if you like the feel of a mechanical pencil, but your favorite brand of graphite is only available as a wood case pencil, which is the case for both the Faber-Castell 9000 and the Caran d'Ache Graphwood. Pencils shaped this way can be sharpened with sandpaper or a blade. I'm using a small sandpaper block from an art supply store, which has multiple sheets that can be ripped off as they get dirty. But any piece of sandpaper with a medium grit will work nicely. Finally, many companies also make woodless pencils, which are the thickness of a traditional wood case pencil but are composed entirely of graphite. This is a Cretacolor monolith, which has a lacquer coating on the outside so my hands won't get covered in graphite as I work. The advantage of these pencils is that I have a huge amount of graphite to work with. I can sharpen them to a point for detailed drawing work, or I can keep the tip blunt for broader strokes and larger areas of shading. So there's a lot of versatility with just one tool. The downside of these is that they're a bit heavier than a traditional wood case pencil. So some artists dislike the way these pencils feel in their hands. These woodless pencils can be sharpened with any traditional pencil sharpener, sandpaper, or blade. Once you've determined which pencil type you like, you'll also need to decide what hardness you want your graphite to be. This is the HB Graphite Scale, which is used to indicate how hard or soft a pencil is. At the middle of the scale is HB, which is about the hardness of your average No. 2 school pencil. To the right of HB are the B pencils. As you move right and the numbers increase, the pencils become softer. The softer the pencil, the darker the marks made by that pencil. To the immediate left of HB is F. F indicates a graphite hardness that can be sharpened to a fine point. Next to F are the H pencils. As you move left and the numbers increase, these pencils get harder, and therefore the marks they make become lighter. When I'm referring to the relative lightness or darkness of my graphite, this is called value. Therefore, the H pencils are better for achieving light to medium values, F and HB are best for achieving medium values, and the B pencils are better for achieving medium to dark values. For drawing and sketching, I usually work within the range of 2H to 6B. If you're just getting started in graphite and you want to keep things simple, I would recommend buying an HB, 2B, and 4B. This grouping will allow you to experiment and create a broad range of values without the graphite being extremely hard or extremely soft. If you'd like to extend your range out a bit further, you could opt for a 2H and a 6B as well. You will also be able to control how light or dark your pencil looks by adjusting the amount of pressure that you put on the pencil. However, pressing too hard with a pencil can cause damage to the paper. This is why having a range of graphite hardnesses can be helpful. Even when I apply this HB pencil thick and heavy, I can't get the same dark value that can easily be achieved with this 6B. Each artist has their own individual preferences about the type of pencil they use and the hardness of graphite they prefer, so I encourage you to check out your local art supply store, see all the different options, and choose whichever pencils feel right to you. Thanks for tuning in.